If you are also looking for professional certified structural engineering services or courses, then don't forget to check link in description of this video.
Hello everyone, welcome to this interface walkthrough of STAAD Pro Connect Edition. In this video, we're going to explore the software interface so you can navigate STAAD like a pro even before creating your first model. So STAAD Pro is widely used for structural analysis and design worldwide. So knowing the interface well will greatly improve your modeling speed, accuracy, and overall productivity. Let's begin. So when you launch STAAD Pro Connect Edition, the first thing you will see is the start screen or the project page. On the left panel here, you'll find three main options. The new project, it allows us to create a new analytical or physical modeling. The open, which is to open an existing STAAD files. And also the templates or sample models, where we can use for built-in structures like frames, trusses, and grids to jump up your start model. So at the center of the screen, this is the recent models, and this is where display the latest STAAD files and make it easy for you to continue your work. And on the right side, you'll notice the connection client panel. This shows your Bentley account login, update notification, and licensing information. And once you create or open a new model, let's create a new model, you are taken into the main STAAD Pro interface. So this is the main STAAD Pro interface, and it is divided into several functional regions, like ribbon toolbar at the top, the page control pane on the left, here, and the modeling space graphics window at the center, the data pane at the right, and the status bar at the bottom. And understanding the purpose of each region is essential for efficient modeling. So let's start for the ribbon toolbar, here, at the top corner. So the ribbon toolbar is where you'll access almost all the tools you need throughout your workflow. The ribbon is organized into tabs, and each tab contains a group of commands. Let's start with the geometry, the view tab, select, specification, loading, analysis, and the utilities. So for the geometry tab, it allows us to create beams, plates, solids, and set node coordinates, define grids, and so on. And for this loading tab, it is dedicated area for the load definitions, load case creation, load combination, and also load assignment to nodes, beams, or plates. So for this analysis and design tabs, this is where you specify the analysis command you want, whether you will want to design your structure for steel, for concrete, aluminum, and also for timber. So for the utilities tab, it contains tools for viewing the input file and checking the circular references and using physical modeling tools. And under the view tab here, this is used for changing visual styles. If you want to see your drawing for an isometric view, if you only want to see the top view or any other side views, it is here. We also have a 3D rendering here where we allow to see different sides of our structure. So the select tab allows us to select all the beams and nodes that we want to select in our model. So each of these tabs play an important role. These commands are grouped significantly to speed up our workflow process. And besides this, analytical modeling is our workflow, where we start with the geometry. And for better visualization, we create an existing file here. So let's say we model this structure. The first step is the geometry page. This is where we build the structure, the one we see here, the beams, the nodes, the columns. And when we put our cursor into the beams, we see that it have three different colors like red, green, and blue. The green one is the start beam, and the blue one is the end beam. So if we want to select the beam, just click it. But if we want to select our nodes, just right click the mouse and select cursor. So select cursor nodes. Then it will be able to select the nodes. And if you want to go back, just click again the beam's cursor. So when we model our structure diagram using nodes and beams or plates, we can now go to the property tab. Oh, and beside this, our data pin here signifies when we click our nodes or beams, you see this is the beam 153 connected by node 77 and node 78. But when we click our nodes cursor and click the nodes, you see that this is the highlighted, the node 77 under the XYZ plane. This is the location. And after that, we move to the property tab. This allows us to define the cross section of our members. So for example, for this beam, we have an R1, means reference one. In this reference one, when we click it, this is all the reference. The highlighted one, the red one, is the R1, which is concrete material and with the shape of the rectangle 15.75 by 15.75 inches. So same for the material. As we can see, this is all the concrete material used in this model. It allows us to define our material in the model. And for the specification page, this is where we assign our releases, our specification to our nodes, to our beams. It also allows us to set the tension, compression only members, and also the beta angles. And for the support page, it allows us to create support in our structure, such as fixed support, pin support, spring, and others. And after that, the loading page. This is one of the most used page. It allows us to define primary load cases, like wind definition, seismic, and also the moving loads. It also allows us to use load combination. So for the next one, after defining the loadings, we now move to the analysis tab to perform and analyze our model. So just click the run the analysis. And if there are zero errors or zero warnings, we're good. After that, we can design the structures to the different parameters that we want, like for steel design, concrete, or timber. Just click the define parameters and we can define all the parameters you need or required to your model. So this data pane on the right side dynamically changes depending on what we are doing here in analytical modeling. This data pane is extremely helpful because it gives you a detailed contextual set of tools that you need on your task. So once the analysis is completed and design, our model is completed, and that concludes our interface discussion for STAAD Pro Connect Edition. And if you like a similar walkthrough on analysis, design, loading, or modeling workflows, just continue watching and feel free to ask in the comment section. Thank you.